I am. It's the on-campus kingpin, yes I am.
Eagles Sessions, Gayle Saunders, SkinPost.com, talking the Eagles versus the Patriots. Preseason recap here. And if you are a big fan of the color yellow, if you like to see zebras, other known as referees, walking around throwing flags, if you'd like to see a female referee, then you would have been excited about last night. But I'm going to be honest, it's probably one of the most boring preseason Eagle games I've ever seen. I don't know what the agenda the NFL has against the up-tempo. Hey, why don't we throw some flags? Maybe we'll slow down the up-tempo offense. Put Chip Kelly in his place. I know, I'm getting all conspiracy theory on that. But obviously, you saw that game. You know, it was so bad that I was bored. Every third play there was a flag. The Eagles had 10 penalties, 86 yards. The Patriots 11 penalties, 83 yards. 21 penalties for a combined 169 yards. Yeah. So I mean, now that we've got that off our chest, you know, the Eagles, we were expecting a little bit more out of our first team. When you start the first drive with a fumble by Moma, not a good thing for Moma. But that's just not the way that you start. I mean, execution, you know, Chip Kelly's all about the execution. So seeing that from the jump, you're like, oh, here we go again. Turnovers. Nick Foles had better opportunity practicing against the Patriots defense all this week. He looked better. He was 8 for 10. Had a touchdown on the drive that they did score. It was in the fourth drive of the Eagles. It was the fourth drive the Eagles had. He threw a touchdown to Zach Ertz. It was a big play in the sense in how they used Ertz. I liked how he got big by the end zone. Went up against Patrick Chung, a guy that we know so well. Boxed him out, made a nice grab. So that was impressive. Zach Ertz, 2 catches, 26 yards, touchdown. I'm impressed with Ertz. I'm impressed with what he's bringing to the table. I think they're really not. The Eagles' offense is really showing much in the sense of formations and you know, just really trying to show what they got. So I just want to see progression. So Foles progressed a little bit. So I'm happy about that. Little concerned about the deer in headlights. He has those moments when he gets pressured. You can see him thinking. It's like his feet get off if you get him off his mark. But Barbre got beat by Ninkovich on the edge there. He's got to do a better job not to steal Andy Reid's line, but he's got to do a better job, especially since he's going to be our starting right tackle for 4 games. You know, who else? Jordan Matthews on the night, 9 catches, 104 yards. A lot better performance than last week. I know he had a couple drops last week. He did have a drop in the end zone, but it was flagged anyway. So he looked better in the slot. You know, they had him moving all over the field. He had like a 25-yard gain, which was pretty nice. But 9 targets on the night. They were looking for him, trying to get him involved. But I did like what I saw from Jordan Matthews this week. Josh Huff got injured on special teams, so I believe it might be a shoulder injury. I'm not sure where he stands. Ifeanyi Moba made a grab, which turned into a fumble. But you know, they missed him on a fade as well. And then coming back when Mark Sanchez was under there, he dropped a pass in the end zone, and Aurelius Ben caught that for a touchdown. So Moma didn't do too much to improve his stock. Mark Sanchez, you know, Mark Sanchez stepped up. I mean, again, Mark Sanchez on the day, 11 for 12, 117 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Other than that, it looked pretty good. I know he's going against second and third stringers, but he looked flawless in the sense that he had the offense moving. That's 2 weeks in a row, back-to-back weeks that he's had good drives leading to scores. Barkley 9 for 12, 132 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. One interception came off of Demarcus Johnson on a fade route. He's got to catch that. And then he had a touchdown to Josie. Nice effort on the screen. Got in there for the score. So obviously he's making the best of his opportunities with Polk on the sidelines. Now Zach Ertz, another player who I'm pretty excited about. He's just showing that he's developing as a player. I think he's really developing into his own. I just think the way that they're going to use him is going to be pretty exciting this year. Just he's going to take advantage of his size and the mismatches. That's got to be something to look forward to as an Eagle fan. Brent Selleck had a decent game, had a couple catches, but the one catch that he had that led to the scoring drive, I mean, that was a hell of a catch, man. That shows a lot of heart on his part. You got to be excited to see a player play with heart. You know, he's a veteran. His helmet gets popped off. He gets hit in the chest. He still gets up and lets out a scream. I mean, that right there is Eagle football. That exemplifies what Eagle fans love. And hey, he's getting it done. I think he's going to add, he's still going to be another element to this offense, especially in the run game. But I think him and Zach Ertz are really going to, put in some work again this season. Now, talking the Eagles defense, we start off with a bang with Kerry Williams picking off Tom Brady, making him look silly on the tackle, gets a pick 6. Unfortunately, something goes wrong with his hammy. We didn't see him for the rest of the night. But we did get to see Curtis Marsh. Think about the Eagles defense. They didn't really have any answer for Tom Brady. There was a lot of third and shorts. Tom Brady just picked them apart, moved down the field. So I wasn't too shocked to see Tom Brady do what he did. I mean, a lot of off coverages. The Patriots receivers, Edelman, Amendola, these little choice routes, they had no answer for them. And I think, again, you're going to see vanilla defenses, but that is what it is. Curtis Marsh with a big opportunity to show what he could do on the night, but he did not come up big. He came up pretty soft. Soft as a marshmallow. So Curtis Marshmallow. I know, he's a good dude. I want to see him succeed. I heard he was doing pretty well in preseason training camp. But you got to, those opportunities don't come too often. Not a good day for Curtis Marsh. He left a ton of negative tape out there for him. So that's not a good thing. Guys on the defense that had pretty good games. Nate Allen had a pretty decent game. D'Amico Ryans, Michael Kendricks. Bo Allen again showing some disruption up the middle. I'm pretty impressed with him. He did pretty well. Brandon Bear as well stepped in. Taylor Hart, another rookie, played pretty well. I like that the 5th and 7th round draft picks are actually pushing. Fletcher Cox, and the defensive side of the ball wasn't too exciting. I mean, they have a 4-2 points from the first string to the 3rd and 4th string guys. So that was a common denominator. Defensive giving up touchdowns. But Chip Kelly, I know Chip Kelly was concerned. He had to be concerned with the execution. Thinking about Chip Kelly, he's all about the execution. He's all about doing things right, practicing right. The Eagles did not practice like the way they played. So obviously he's concerned about from the mental side. Special teams, the Eagles blocked a punt, which was pretty impressive. Relly's Ben made a nice play on that. On the third drive of the Eagles were set up for a 47-yard field goal. Alex Henry got to do a better job. He's off on the wrong foot. I think he's got to get better. And I know the front office is probably looking for his replacement or someone they have in mind if he doesn't get better. Eagle fans out there, really want to know what you guys have to think, what you liked, what you didn't like. Did you like the flags? But appreciate all the views, appreciate all the subs. Looking forward to next week against the Steelers. Hopefully, the Eagles bring more to the table, show a little bit more offensively. I love to see the tempo pick up a little bit more. The way that Mark Sanchez ran the offense, just in the way the drives have been set up, that's what I would like to see out of Foles in the first team. It's a little bit more, continuity, back-to-back first downs, like some nice drives, a quicker tempo. That's what I'd like to see out of the first team, and that's one of the things I really like to see moving forward in preseason. I would like to see the defense step up a little bit more, see some guys get in there. I'd like to see a couple more sacks. But anyway, that's all I got for now. I'm Gayle Saunders, Eagle Sessions, living the dream, not as a dream team, but living the dream.